subscribers. Welcome back to another video with Keeping It Honest Beauty. So today we are going to be doing a makeup look, and I thought this would be fun to do a makeup look that was using two palettes that look very similar. So what I did was I took the colors from both palettes that looked as close as possible, and I also am going to insert swatches in the video of these palettes, but here's what they look like. This one is the Lemon Drop by LA Colors, and I actually dropped it and kind of ruined the shade down at the corner, as you can see here. But I put little stickers because these are all of the colors that resembled each other. But this is what she looks like. And I also used the Honey palette by ColourPoP, and this is what she's looking like. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, insert some swatches in this video so that you can see both of them, how the color tones look, and you guys can determine for yourself if I created a look that looks pretty darn similar. So the ColourPoP is on, the LA Colors is on the left, and the ColourPoP is here on the right side. So I'm going to come in close so you guys can take a look and tell me what you guys think. Did I do a good job at using both palettes to recreate this look for them to look pretty darn close? I think I did a pretty good job. And so the only thing I did with this look, because the palettes didn't have a deep enough brown, is I took this palette. This is the Morphe Bronze Golds palette, and I use the color, let me see, I use the color Equator, and that is what this color looks like right here. So I just took that brown and I blended that in my crease. So everything else came from the other two palettes. And I primed my lid using the P. Louise base. And if you guys are interested in any of the products I used, just let me know and I'll be happy to add it into the video. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother adding the products in. And I also named the brushes that I used during this video. And so if you guys are interested in recreating this beautiful makeup look here, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, here's the swatches of the palettes. The top of my arm, this row here, is this palette by LA Colors. Okay. Okay, so that is that one swatched. And then the bottom row here, this row here, is the Honey palette by ColourPoP. So that is both of them swatched. Okay, so guys, this is what we're gonna do. So since those two palettes do not have a nice neutral brown, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Morphe Bronzed Golds palette, and I'm gonna take this chocolate right here. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna start, and that's where I'm going to put in the crease. So I'm using a Sigma E55, okay, to start that process. That color has started to crease on me. I gotta blend that. If your color starts to crease, your primers or your base for your eye starts to crease, make sure you blend it back out before you go in with your color. So just blend it back out before you get started. I'm using the P. Louise base and Rumor 2. It's looking cool. Okay, so now I'm going to take that brush with that brown and start building that up inside the crease. And guys, I'm just going to stamp it. When you do it this method, I always start my looks with dark to light. And when you're doing this process, just stamp it right on the lid. I'm just going to continue to stamp this on until I get it where I want it. This color is pretty deep, so I probably will only dip in this pan one more time before I start my blending. And you can be very gentle during this process. Don't, think you need to put a lot of pressure. That's not going to make the pigment get on that lid any better. So, just tap it really lightly and softly. And everybody's different. So when you get yours to the desired color for yourself, then you can start blending. So now I'm going to take a small blending brush. I'm going to use, this is also a Morphe brush right here. And this is the Morphe 321. Okay, so I'm going to start using that to blend this out. And I'm going to use the color from, oh, you know what, guys? I didn't even tell you. I am just screwing up today. I'm going to use the LA Colors palette, the Lemon Drop palette. I'm going to use this one. Okay, on this eye here, which is my left side. And on my right side, I'm going to use the ColourPoP palette, okay, which is this one, to do these. And so the colors that are most similar that I'm going to go in with right now to blend out this brown it was this one right here. Sorry, guys, this one right here. So I'm going to use this to blend this brown out, okay? And so what I do is I just dip in the brush into that color. Dip it in, okay, tap into it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to tap off on this one. And then I'm going to start I'm going to press it on very gently though. I'm going to press it around the top edge and onto the above it just a tiny little bit to start blending this out. So you want to be mainly on the color you just laid down, okay, and just tapping motions. But you still go above it just a little bit to help blend this out. I'm not going to do windshield wiper motions because it would make it a lot harder to blend out this really chocolatey brown. So I'm just going to tap it so that they can blend together. You want the colors to marry each other, okay? And if you go too heavy-handed, you're not going to get a marriage. You'll get a disaster. So maybe even 4 to 5 times before you get that desired blend that you like. So this process takes a little time. So this is where you really need to be patient with yourself and don't get frustrated because blending takes time. Okay, so just be patient and trust that process. And then you'll see the blend start to happen. And you'll be like, okay, I see what she's talking about. And usually what you have to do is dip back into the chocolate brown and place it right back over the top of the one you first laid down. And then take the other color and tap over it again to blend it back out. So you'll see that as I go back and forth, you'll see me do it several times back in between both colors. See it blended out really well here. Kind of getting a little closer to you. You can see it blended out well here. I still have a very harsh line. So I'm just going to continue blending until I soften that line out. Okay. Okay, so you see how you're starting to see that gradient effect where it's, you see the two colors there. So now I'm going to do is jump back into the chocolate brown. I'm going to jump back into that and we're going to deepen it up again, okay? So right over the same line. You don't need to go any higher than when you first started. Okay, so then we're going to take that Morphe brush again, right? Take that one again and tap back in there to that same color we went in. It doesn't have a name, by the way, so sorry about that. And in the Bronze Golds palette, let me see if I can see what color that was. In the Bronze Golds palette, it's called Equator. Okay. Okay guys, so what I've done so far is I went ahead and finished blending out. I've used both palettes. And what I need to do next is go ahead and get ready to cut the crease. The only thing I did when I was off camera is I added the really bright yellow to the upper part of the lid, as you can see. Okay, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and cut that crease. And after I cut the crease, I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna add some shimmer on the lid and then finish off the look and add lashes and do the waterline. All right, thanks so much. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the crease is cut. And so what I did on the right side is I went ahead and I put on the shimmers. I'll show you the colors that I used for the shimmer on the lid. As you see, I put lashes on as well on that eye, and I'm gonna finish this other eye on camera. So I used this shimmer here, and I believe this one here on the lid. So now I'm gonna take the lemon drop, and I'm gonna use this shimmer here on the front of the lid, and then this toward the back of the lid. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the back of the lid, the end of it, with the brown, the chocolate brown that I had. So I'm gonna take this little Morphe brush that doesn't have a name. It came from a set, so I'm gonna use that to put the shimmer on the lid. Oh, matter of fact, I spritzed my brush. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Mist just to wet my brush so that I can go ahead and use that shimmer. So make it have the most pigmentation on the lid. And so okay, so that's done. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that brown and I'm going to go ahead and smoke the rest of this out here at the end with the Morphe E36. Looks like this. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna jump off camera. I'm gonna pop on this lash, and then we're gonna smoke out this waterline, okay? Okay, so now that we've got the lashes on, we're gonna go ahead and focus on the lash line. So I'm going to use this little black liner. It's just by a beauty supply brand. It's called Sugar. So I'm gonna go and put that in the waterline. Okay, so then now we're going to do that brown that we did in the crease. We're going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take that Morphe brush. It's the Morphe E36 brush. Okay, we're going to take this one and we're going to go ahead and blend that on that lower lash line, that chocolate brown. And then I'm going to take another Morphe brush to put that second color in the waterline. It's going to be the Morphe in 321. That's what it looks like here. And that color that we're going to be blending in the lower, I'm going to take the Lemon Drop palette and I'm going to take, let's see, which color? I'm going to take this color right here and blend underneath. And then I'm going to clean the brush off with my color switch here. And then I'm going to take my ColourPoP palette and I'm going to take the color right here and blend that in. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to take, since I'm going to be going out, I didn't want to wear a lippy, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put one on. I'm going to take this brown. This one is by Becca. Okay, so lip liner from Becca. And then I'm going to just take that and just line my lips. And I'm going to actually just do probably a nude gloss. And this lip liner matches the color of my lips, so you could probably barely see it. But it matches the color of my lips, so. And I'm going to be wearing a mask. That's why I didn't really want to put anything on my lips to begin with, because can't do that in a mask. And what I probably will use is a Fenty gloss. Yes, I'm going to use the Fenty gloss. That's what it looks like, the little minis that she had come out. And this is in the color Baby Brute. So I'm going to just do that one on the lips. Okay, guys. So that is it. Okay, so that completes this look. Okay, come in close so you guys can really see. Using the LA Colors Lemon Drop palette and the Honey ColourPoP palette. Do you think that they came out looking pretty close? Why don't you guys leave me some comments down in the comment section so we can talk about it. So please, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime that I upload a new video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.